As we make sacrifice, we should remember to pray and give to those who are very vulnerable. In the spirit of this, must come together, be one another's brother's keeper, give your neighbors, love everyone equally. We must pray hard for our troops who are keeping us safe, making the sacrifices in the challenges that we face in terrorism and banditry today. We must pray for them specifically, and we must remember their sacrifices and continue to be of good behavior.
Eid al-Adha was anchored on the sacrifice, on a divine mandate to Abraham to sacrifice his son before Allah replaced him with the ram. This is a period for sober reflection. This is a season of reaching out to the indigent among us, of building bridges of brotherhood and sisterhood. Life is a marathon, and as individuals we can run faster, but we can wear out easily. But as a family, as a collective, as a nation, we can gain greater traction and reach our desired destination. I would like to call on all Nigerians to rally around the president for us to reposition our nation for greatness. What binds us together supersedes whatever that divides us. I wish to thank all Nigerians for their support and empathy, and call on all of us to coalesce into a single force to confront our common challenges of insecurity, of destitution, of so many other challenges. But be rest assured that no matter how long the night is, it must give way to the light of the dawn. I believe we have crossed the Rubicon, and we are on a path to sustain peace and development.
It is for them to continue to live in peace, continue to be very prayerful, as we are, Nigerians, they are very, very prayerful, and we should actually be our own keepers. Religion, everybody has his own belief, and I believe that we should all live in peace. And may the Almighty God keep us in a very, very safe place. Nigeria has many, many potentials, and we need to just keep working hard and keep praying hard. I think the next 2 years will actually be extremely very good. It will be much better than the first 2 years. Once, you take over government, it takes time for you to settle down. It takes time for you to do quite a lot of things. But if you look at all the policies that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu introduced, they will start yielding fruits as we go along. The subsidy removal, the currency deregulation, and also the gas policy. There are so many policies that they have rolled over, including the tax policy, which was just signed. We will be yielding fruits, but I know that people are very much in a hurry, but I'm sure it will, the time will come where all of us will now have a much, much better, society. What we need really is to have people with real disposable incomes, and that one will be led by the private sector, supported by the government. Once we will have what you call a lively, decent salary, then things will change. Nobody will go and participate in either Boko Haram, kidnapping, banditry, or whatever.
As for the economy that you asked, Of course, when His Excellency, came on board a couple of years ago, the country was faced with, deeply entrenched economic challenges. And a lot of the issues, we now know them. And His Excellency took a very bold, decisive, and necessary reforms, including the unification of the foreign exchange, regime, the removal of the fuel subsidy, and naturally with the reforms, they come with, discomfort, at the early stages. But His Excellency was, had to do that, and we are now starting to witness, the positive results of those actions, and we all need to make sacrifices. And I'm glad that His Excellency has taken some of those decisions, and we have now started seeing, as I said, the positive results. Food prices are coming down, the exchange rate, is getting better. Just a few days ago, the rate of the dollar has come down to about 1,550 naira. At one time, it was almost 1,900 naira. So we need to be patient. Things will get better, and we must also recognize that the savings, the national savings, are being reinvested into areas that matter: roads, healthcare, education, infrastructure, and so many other things. And just yesterday, we witnessed His Excellency commission, a lot of projects and flagged off quite a few new projects. And last weekend, he also commissioned, the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. We know that the Sokoto Badagry is gaining traction. And then, of course, the Kano Congolom, which BUA is undertaking under the tax credit scheme, has also joined that league. We are spending over 400 to 500 billion naira, towards those. So the savings that we are, seeing, are being channeled. His Excellency is channeling a lot of, that money towards this important area. So again, let me say that this is a collective effort. As Nigerians, we must all come together and support His Excellency, because, Nigeria belongs to all of us. And the prosperity that we aspire and that we need, we must work all together. All of us must work together for us to achieve that prosperity. So, as I've always said, it is very, very important that we come together and support the government, because government cannot do it alone. So we thank His Excellency for giving us the opportunity. And as I've always maintained, this is a collective journey. His Excellency cannot do it alone. So we really need to be there, as Nigerians, so that in, the times that we need to support, we support Nigeria. We need to come all together and do what we need to do as Nigerians. So because if we have an issue, we rise, we act, and we build. So, I think, it was a good meeting. It was a good outing. And I want to use this opportunity once again to thank His Excellency, for everything that he's doing, here in Nigeria. Thank you.